honestly, it's tough from the outside to understand the direction of the team, the ownership, management. I don't know where all of this is going, but in Milan is a new era. But at the same time, when it's a new era, we always won championship, we won titles, and we want as fans, we want to win.
Danilo, thanks so much for joining us. Good to see you.
Good to see you guys, and thank you for having me.
Danilo, I want to know your background. How did you get to become a Milanista?
Thanks to my uncle. Unfortunately, my dad and my brother are Inter fans, but because of my uncle, I was able to be on the right side.
Growing up, one of my favorite things about this derby is how it separates a family. Can you give us any color or any stories behind fighting in your family with your dad and your brother that are Inter fans?
Yeah, I mean, we had the chance to see a couple of derbies at the stadium, and it unfortunately both times didn't go well for Milan. So when we went back home, we had a bet that whoever was gonna lose was not gonna have dinner, and dinner was cooked by my mom, so which was amazing. And so for twice, I remember that I couldn't have dinner at home because of that, which was not good.
Danilo, is there anything in football and watching especially these types of games that you take with you into basketball, or that somebody that could take with them into basketball?
I think just the intensity. The intensity is what makes these games special, and so the intensity is and competition is what makes sports special in general, and so that's what I try to bring every time on the court.
Danilo, I watched you loads in the NBA. I loved your style. You had everything I had, except actually my three-point shot was like 27%, so not quite like you. Tell me about the NBA, though. When you were there, did you get to talk about soccer with anyone there? Were there any NBA teammates you had that were good football players or that shared your same passion?
Yeah, I gotta say that I play with a lot of Europeans, international players, even in the NBA, and so that was the chance for us to talk soccer, a lot of soccer, and sometimes when the coach was giving us the chance to prepare warm-up for the team instead of the trainers, we were always proposing to play some soccer to warm up before practice, and so that was a funny thing to do. Of course, when I played with Nene was a very good basketball player, but also a very good soccer player from Brazil. And so we were always going back and forth with the best national team, who has more titles, and of course they have more than us. But it's always nice to share these moments with your teammates. Now with my American teammates, they didn't know about soccer that much, but they were all playing FIFA. And so they knew soccer through FIFA more than watching it on TV.
I love that. Obviously, today is a huge game. We were just arguing about how important this is for Milan. It hasn't been a great season, but the good news is Inter haven't beat you all season long. Are you feeling confident tonight that you'll get through to the final?
I feel very confident, especially because it could be. I listened to one of my guys, Marco Materazzi, interview where he says that it could be an amazing situation where Inter is having such a good season, but they could end up with 0 titles. On the other side, we've been having a terrible season, but we could end up with 2 titles, which is amazing. So I think that's the confidence that the guys. Hopefully, the guys have the confidence tonight, and they're gonna do something special.
So on that point, we were arguing before with Matteo, who brought up the question, would it be a successful season? You're a lifelong Milanista. Would it be successful for Milan to win the Supercoppa and Coppa Italia?
That's a great question. I think that unfortunately, when you grow up as a Milanista, you think about Champions League and Italian League titles. Yes, you appreciate the Supercoppa, you appreciate the Coppa Italia, but it's all about Champions League and Italian titles. Of course, lately has been tough for us in both competitions. But when you have such a bad season, you gotta see something good and positive, and you always have to take out the positives, I think, at the end of the season. And to have Coppa Italia and Supercoppa, of course, will bring some lights into a very bad season that we've been having.
Danilo, I would like to know your perspective and what you think about this. Us from the outside, you're Milanista, obviously. Us from the outside, all we hear was, we see that Milan wins the Scudetto, and then Pioli out, Pioli out, Pioli out. Pioli is out. And what's going on this season? 9th place, a disaster of a season. What's your idea of what's happening over there?
I mean, it's a disaster, like you said. That's the only word that I can think of when I look at this season. Of course, I did not agree with the decision of letting Pioli go because I had the chance also to meet him and talk to him, and I think he did something amazing, to be honest, to win the championship, the Italian league. We did it. It wasn't expected. Of course, we had a good team, but I think that we overachieved a little bit. And to let a guy like that go, I didn't agree. And so I don't honestly, it's tough from the outside to understand the direction of the team, the ownership, management. I don't know where all of this is going, but in Milan is a new era. But at the same time, when it's a new era, we always won championship, we won titles, and we want as fans, we want to win. And so we'll see.
Gallo, music to my ears. I've been on the Pioli bandwagon all last season. These guys didn't want to listen to me, but now they're in 9th place. Let me ask you about the individual players, though, on the team. We've been having a lot of debates about Rafa Leão. Is he world-class? Should he keep him? So I want to ask you about Leão, but then also tell me what your thoughts are on Pulisic. If you see him at that level, at that caliber, can he be the guy for Milan to be their quiet leader?
Great questions. I think that you guys maybe know the answer more than me, but I think for Leão to be considered a leader or one of the best in the business, or a guy that you want to build the team around, he has to do more. He has to prove more. You got to do it for the whole season. You have to be more consistent during the season, and you also have to be more consistent throughout the years. He's young, but at the same time in Milan we had some young players that were Champions League finalists, Champions League champions, and superstars. So it's gonna take time. I think he has the chance to do it, to be honest, but it's gonna take time. Unfortunately, as a Milanista, there is not a lot of time. we always want everything right away. Pulisic, I think he's been doing great. To be honest, he's been doing great, and I think that he has the chance to be the guy. But it's always tough to predict what is gonna happen or how they're gonna do next season and for the next 5 to 10 years.
To draw some more parallels between the two sports and Pulisic, you were an Italian that came over to America and played basketball. Pulisic is an American that went over to Europe, and now he's in Italy, as well as Musah. What do you think their experience has been like?
I think they've been enjoying the food for sure. And I'm sure that they love the city of Milan.
I love that. We were talking about your basketball teammates that like football, but what about the other side of that? Is there anyone on this Milan side that you would draft to play basketball with you? If you had to pick one, which one would you take?
I always look at the goalies because they use their hands a lot. And so more of course than the other guys on the pitch. So I would go with the goalie, with the Magnan.
It's fair enough. Danilo, who's your favorite Milan player of all time? And maybe I feel like we might know who it could be. And was there a moment that you remember being a kid that you fell in love with this player?
Paolo Maldini is my favorite of all time, and he was my favorite, and also he became my favorite even more after I met him. We had the chance to hang out and talk a lot and spend some time together. And so in the States and in Italy when he was playing and after he stopped playing. So he's just an amazing person. He was an unbelievable player. And so it was my favorite player, and he's my favorite player of all time. There is also a player that, when I play soccer with my friends, I always tell everybody that I'm kind of like Jaap Stam. I don't know if you guys remember him, but that's the only type of player that I could be on the pitch, on the defensive end. But definitely Paolo is my favorite.
Danilo, I know you're in Puerto Rico now, but you've been in the United States for a long time. Did you meet a lot of Serie A fans there? How's your experience been like watching the league from abroad, the Italian Americans that you've met?
Yeah, especially in every city that I played, I've always tried to get in touch with the Italian community, and I played in 9 different cities. And so that was the thing that I was always looking for to do when I got, traded into a city, or I was signing with the new team in a new city. And he got me I had the chance to meet a lot of Italian people in every single city that I played. And that was something that I was looking forward to, because we had the chance to watch games together, talk soccer, follow our teams, and talk trash to each other, and we still do. So in every community, Italian community that I got the chance to get in touch with, in every city, we still talk to. We still have those group chats where we go at each other, and so I really enjoyed those times, and I'm glad that we still have those group chats where we talk to each other and talk soccer.
Danilo, how far are the Knicks going to go this year, and who's going to win the NBA championships?
I think Boston is the best team still. This Detroit and Knicks series is, I think, is going to be a great series. My brother is one of the assistant coaches for the Pistons, and Simone Fontecchio is the only Italian player that we got in the NBA. So honestly, I'm rooting for the Pistons, but it's gonna be a great series. But Boston is the best team.
Will you be watching, Grell? Didn't know you.
I'll be watching Thursday night, I think.
He might be in the
He might be front
arena
row at the start.
to get the hookup for the tickets.
Danilo, just before we let you go, what do you think the score is going to be tonight? Is it going to be Milan to get through, or is it going to go to penalties, or what do you think?
It's gonna be 2-1 for us.
Ooh,
nice. Okay.
Optimistic.
We'll see. Thanks so much for joining us. Good to chat to you. We'll see you soon. Enjoy the match.
Thank you, guys. See you soon.
Ciao, ciao.
Ciao, grazie.